Hello, my radiant Leo. This is Luna Celestine, and I'm honored to be here with you once more, beneath the glow of the 9th of July. If you found your way to this message, trust that it was meant for you, not because fate is rigid, but because your soul is ready to hear what it already knows deep down. Today's guidance isn't a forecast, it's a reckoning, and it begins not in the stars, but in your chest, where something has been weighing heavy for far too long. You've been living in limbo, one foot tangled in memories, the other inching toward a future you haven't quite claimed. It's exhausting. This split between who you were and who you're becoming. But today, the scales tip. You're no longer meant to carry the ache of what could have been. Someone from your past, someone who vanished, blocked, ghosted, left you mid-sentence may resurface. And no, not to rekindle, not to rewrite. They return for closure, not continuation. That ache you've been suppressing isn't about wanting them back. It's about needing the chapter to end clean, without jagged edges. You are being asked to let go, note for them, but for you, to forgive not because they deserve it, but because your spirit does. Healing doesn't mean pretending it didn't hurt. It means honoring what it taught you and walking forward lighter, wiser, more whole. This moment is not about reunion. It's about release. And what awaits you on the other side is far more sacred than anything you left behind. Let's begin. And as you begin to clear the space where old pain once sat, something remarkable unfolds. In its absence, prosperity begins to stir. Leo, your financial energy is shifting, and it's not the kind of wishful, intangible shift you've grown wary of. No, this is grounded, tangible, the kind of opportunity you can hold in your hands and feel the weight of its truth. The universe, in its divine precision, is aligning circumstances in your favor, not out of luck, but because you've done the work. You've made the hard choices, shown restraint where others indulged, stayed disciplined when no one was watching. And now, the return begins. You may notice unexpected money finding its way back to you, a refund you didn't anticipate, a debt finally repaid, an opportunity that had once slipped away, now returning with new clarity. This isn't a handout. This is a reward, a delayed echo of your past efforts circling back, carrying with it the quiet message, I saw you, I remember. Whether it comes through a job offer, a side project bearing fruit, or someone extending generosity at just the right time, trust that it's meant for you. The energy of the 9th of July carries a kind of sacred balance. What you've poured out with faith and good intent is now seeking its way back home to you. But this is not just about money. It's about the maturation of your relationship with abundance. You're beginning to understand that wealth isn't just numbers in a bank account, it's how you use your time, where you place your energy, who you share your victories with, and which visions you choose to invest in. You're no longer spending just to soothe discomfort or prove something. You're planting, you're multiplying, you're thinking long-term, and that shift, subtle as it may feels, what invites in sustainable success. Don't be surprised if you feel more generous, more inclined to give, where your heart resonates. That urge is part of the flow. Let it move through you. And while you walk through this new chapter of receiving, let your eyes stay open for symbols and signs. The universe is whispering through numbers. Today, 6, 17, 28, 39, 50, 61. These may show up on receipts, addresses, or simply echo in your day like a quiet nod from the cosmos that you're in sync. Don't dismiss them. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. You are on the right path, Leo, and for the first time in a long time, the road ahead isn't asking you to struggle, it's inviting you to receive. And while your financial world finds its rhythm, your work life is rising in tandem, almost like a mirror, reflecting back your growth in real time. Leo, you are stepping into a realm of recognition that has been a long time coming, not because you craved applause, but because you stayed committed when the lights were off and no one seemed to notice. Your creativity, your vision, your refusal to dilute your truth for the sake of conformity, all of that is finally being seen for what it is: brilliance, rooted in integrity. Yes, the load has been heavy. You've carried more than most people know. The late nights, the silent doubts, the weight of responsibility you shouldered with quiet strength. But you're reaching the crest now, the final stretch. And what waits at the top is not just relief, it's validation. The kind that doesn't need to be loud or dramatic to change your trajectory. You may find yourself being praised in spaces you once felt invisible, or having your name brought up in rooms where opportunities are handed out. The energy around you is one of visibility of others, finally acknowledging what you've built. And more importantly, how you built it. Whether you're in a creative field, a leadership role, education, healing, or service, there's a shift happening in how people receive your work. They're not just hearing your voice, they're listening. Not just observing your process, but admiring your precision. What once felt like a solo effort is now beginning to resonate on a collective level. And it's reminding you that your unique expression has a place, a purpose, and a reach far greater than you once believed. Don't be afraid to step forward now. Don't dim your power to fit into old structures. Your originality is your currency. Your boldness is your invitation into the next tier of your calling. Let this moment be both a confirmation and a turning point. You're no longer working to prove yourself. You're working from a place of knowing that what you bring is not only enough, it's essential. Let the recognition come. Let it land. And then, use it as fuel for the next elevation. And as love begins to soften the edges of your world, Leo, I want to bring your attention inward, back to the place where everything begins, your well-being. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, because it matters more than most people are willing to admit. Your emotional and spiritual health is not secondary. It is foundational. I've seen too many radiant souls like you give everything to others: your time, your strength, your light, while quietly abandoning your own inner balance. And now, your body is whispering for care, for attention, for peace. Don't wait for a breaking point to start listening. You are healing. Yes, but Healing is not just about moving on. It's about honoring where you've been. Some of the wounds you carry weren't yours to begin with. They were inherited, absorbed, or forced upon you during times when you didn't have the voice to say no. But you do now, and with every mindful breath, every nourishing choice, you begin rewriting the story of how your body holds pain. Let that solar gold surround you. Today wear it. Imagine it. Breathe it in. It's not just a color. It's a frequency, one that amplifies your confidence, reminds you of your worth, and pulls your spirit back into center. Let it be your cloak, your armor, your lighthouse, and then turn gently toward the people in your life, those who carry your name, your history, or your heart. I know family can be both sanctuary and storm, but something about today feels softened, more open. There may be a chance to repair what once felt broken beyond repair, a long-awaited conversation, a quiet apology, or simply a moment of being seen. If you've been distanced from someone who still lingers in your thoughts, the door may be creaking open now, not to erase the past, but to find peace within it. Trust your intuition. You'll know if it's time. And for some of you, joy is blooming in the most intimate of ways. News of a pregnancy, a new addition to the family, or the growth of something sacred within your home. These moments are tender reminders that life continues, that love multiplies, and that the family you're building, blood or chosen, is a reflection of the healing you've done. And if you've been carrying the weight of someone else's negativity, especially under the same roof, I see you. I've been there. I know how heavy it can get, but I promise, you are approaching the moment where you choose peace over obligation, freedom over guilt, and your energy over their expectations. And when that moment comes, don't hesitate. You are not here to be everything for everyone. You are here to be whole. Let the healing continue. Let the light return. I'll be right here, walking beside you. And as you return to yourself more fully, body, heart, and spirit, you'll start to notice how certain energies feel like a natural fit, as if they've always known how to meet you where you are without effort or explanation. Today, Leo, the stars highlight the souls whose presence may feel especially aligned with yours. These connections aren't just based on shared interests or fleeting chemistry. They carry something deeper, a recognition, a resonance, a sense of home. Sagittarius may show up with their boundless optimism and wild dreams, reminding you to stay playful and expansive, to not shrink your world when it's meant to grow. Taurus brings grounding and devotion, a steadiness that matches your fire without dimming it. With Libra, balance returns, especially in matters of the heart and social connection, bringing grace, harmony, and beauty into your orbit. Scorpio offers depth and transformation, a mirror for your inner truth and the kind of emotional intensity that doesn't scare you, but excites you. Pisces adds compassion and spiritual understanding, offering softness where you've been hard on yourself, faith where you've felt unsure. And Aquarius, ever the visionary, activates your intellect and encourages your originality. showing you what's possible when two bold minds meet with shared ideals. If any of these signs cross your path today through a conversation, a message, or even a moment of shared silence, take it as a nod from the universe. You're not meant to do this alone. The right people are finding you, and the more aligned you become with your own truth, the more naturally you'll attract the ones who see it and honor it. Before we close today's circle, Leo, I want you to know this, truly know it. Not just hear it. I see you. I see the battles you've fought in silence, the strength you've carried on days when it would have been easier to collapse, and the light you've chosen to keep alive, even when the world gave you every reason to dim it. You are not here by accident. You didn't find this message by coincidence. You were guided here because your soul is ready for the next chapter, not just of survival, but of sovereignty. Everything we've spoken about today, love, abundance, healing, reconciliation, release known of it, is about doing more. It's about becoming more of who you already are. Beneath the noise, beneath the scars. And if no one has told you lately, let me say it now, you are worthy of peace that doesn't require proving, love that doesn't demand shrinking, and success that feels like alignment, not exhaustion. You've earned your glow not because you've been perfect, but because you've stayed faithful to growth, even when it was messy. So wherever this day takes you, let your steps be intentional. Let your choices reflect your worth, and let your presence fiery, radiant, unapologetically, you be a reminder to everyone around you that Leo doesn't just rise, Leo reigns. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey today. It's an honor I never take lightly. I'll be right here again tomorrow, ready to walk with you beneath the stars. Until then, protect your peace, cherish your joy, and remember, you don't need permission to shine. The universe expands when you do. With all my heart, I'm Luna.